Q2. That was a nice landing. Oh shit, God, if that rubber snapped, it'd take my freaking head off. Anyway, what's up guys and girls? This is Timmy and welcome to Vtol VR. If you don't know what it stands for, it stands for Vertical Takeoff and Landing, or at least I assume it stands for, because this game is very much based around that thing there, which is a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. So essentially, this is a simulator, flight simulator game for the HTC Vive, and it's in early access. It's still. Are you going to go down the lift? Wait, or are you going to roll off the edge? I'm kind of suspicious having that plane behind me. And yeah, I picked it up a few days ago. I've been watching it for quite a while and thought I might like it, but I don't know, I never really took the plunge with it, and then I got it the other day, and I've got to say, I am really impressed with it. Graphically, as I say, it's certainly got nothing on sort of games like DCS and even Flight Simulator. Is this one landing as well? It looks like it. Quite a few have landed while I've been sat here. The set's going to get pretty full soon. I wanted to just do a little bit of a chat about what this game is and whether or not it's going to be for you. Now, obviously, first and foremost, it's a flight simulator. That is... I don't know if I could work on one of these aircraft carriers. Seeing here, it's quite intimidating one of them land. I'm going to see what's happening here. Well, we'll watch this way. So yeah, so obviously if flight simulators aren't your bag, then this is not going to be for you. It's not an arcadey, you know, like Ace Combat, is it, where you fly around and blasting at things constantly, and your plane has millions and millions of rockets. And who the hell are you shooting? Are you shooting at us? I don't know what he's shooting at. Yeah, you know, it's quite a sort of slow, methodical, as a lot of the sort of flight simulators are. However, it's also not as detailed as games like Flight Simulator and DCS in terms of the complexity and the mechanics of flying it. It's just not, it's not at that level. What I will say about this game is I believe, personally, that this is about as good as you could make a flight simulator for VR without having a physical joystick and throttle setup. And you'll see when we get into the game what I mean by that. I do actually have a joystick and throttle setup which I've used for DCS, and it's great. It flies really well. That game plays really well. I haven't really played much in VR because I kind of needed to learn it on a screen first, and that's kind of as far as I've got with it so far. The problem with that is that because of all the different controls in those kind of complex games, you are always going to have to use a keyboard unless you've got... I mean, if you had a full cockpit with all the buttons and switches where they should be, then it'd be the most fucking amazing thing in the world, and it'd be like flying a real jet. But most of us obviously can't have that, and not realistic to think you're going to have that. So you are switching to the keyboard, and that kind of makes it a bit clunky and breaks the immersion when you're playing in VR. Fine on a screen once you learn it, obviously, but not so great for VR. Okay, he's just doing he's just doing loops and shooting at something in the water. This, however, is built from the ground up for VR, so everything is just done with your hands. And obviously, these are being tracked by remotes. That's not my actual hands. That's not what they look like. I don't even have gloves like that, I don't think. Yeah, so everything is done just using this. I never have to press any other buttons. I don't need any other controls, and everything is done physically. What I mean by that is it's not like you can't see, but it's not like I press a button on the controller to do a function. I have to press buttons in the cockpit. So anyway, without further ado, we'll dive in. I'm going to jump into one of the later missions, which I haven't done before, so I may struggle with it, but we'll dive in and at least be able to demonstrate the main principles of the game. Okie doke, so this is the kind of first stage after I've selected a mission where we have to load up our plane, and oh, I am actually, yeah, this is I'm guessing this is the aircraft carrier that I'm on right now. It kind of looks like an aircraft carrier hangar. And essentially the way you do this, again, everything is kind of tactile, and this is my plane. These are all the hard points, and I've actually already got it loaded up from a previous mission, but if I click on one of these, I can basically pick what I want in each of them. So I'm going to just keep with the loader I've got, I think, which is basically... how many have I got in these? 16 rockets in each pod, 4 pods of that, and then under the belly you can see I've actually got 6, whatever they are, Mark 82s. They are pretty dumb bombs. And then I've got my minigun, the GAU-8. Fuel fully loaded, we can adjust and go with no fuel if we were crazy. We can also get rid of chaffs. I don't really know why we would not want full load of chaffs and flares, but apparently that's an option. And then yeah, once we're happy, we can just press launch. Okay, so we didn't start from the carrier, which I thought I was going to. We are going to have to go out to the carrier. I have a feeling I might need to land on it. But anyway, here we are in our plane. Got my helmet on, which is why you can probably see I've got slightly, not my headset, slightly skewed vision. I think, somehow here, I can find it. There we go. I can actually put a visor down, and there is up here. Yeah, there you go. There's night vision. I just turn it on and off on top of my head. I'm going to get rid of that because it kind of adds to the screen door effect a little bit, and it's not that bright out today. So as I said, here we go. This is all I think. So here's my main joystick and the throttle. That's kind of your main two controls. One thing that's really nice about this is you can adjust everything really easily. So, for example, I can make the seat go up and down and position myself. I am literally just sat on one of my kitchen table chairs right now, just a standard, very uncomfortable wooden chair. Not a computer gaming chair or anything like that. And you can just adjust everything you want. You can move the. Apparently, I can't move the joystick probably because I haven't turned the plane on yet. But I can adjust all of these stuff and get it so it's nice and comfy for my position. So here I am. This is all the buttons and switches, and every single one of these does something. I can actually control these just using my fingers. But before we can actually do anything, so we need to actually go through the startup. And there's a really nice tutorial system that takes you through it and really gets you into it very easily. So although it might seem like there's a few things, it's very quick to figure it all out. So first thing we need to do when we start off is turn on the battery. That will give us some basic power. We can then open that and switch on the APU, which is essentially like a sort of generator that provides power when the engines aren't running. Once that cycles up and gets us enough power, we can then power up the engines. So we've got these two switches here for the engines, and that's running at max. So let's turn these on, and you'll see the RPMs will start to spin up. There we go. And they'll like rev up a little bit, and then once they stabilize, there we go, they'll drop down. And now we're generating electricity from the engine, so we don't need the APU anymore. We can turn that off, and I'm just going to close these just in case I don't want to damage myself. Right, next thing we need to do is turn on all of our instruments. So first and foremost, I'm going to switch on the HUD, so now I can see. I'm going to say this is really useful when you get to this point to be able to adjust your seat to make sure the HUD is the kind of way you want it to be. Then we've got to turn on these, what are these called again? MFD, multifunction display. So these are kind of your main controls, and I can basically do what I like with these. So what I normally like to have is I'm going to have nav on there. That will show me like based on my GPS, like in your car. TGP, which is we'll get to in the future, but that's our targeting system. And then I'm going to actually go to the objective. You've got, if I look at this, you've got everything in here. So all your like, game menus. So there is no menus or anything. It's all done on this. So I'm just going to objective, and then we're going to switch on the waypoint for that one. So you can see the little triangular things. If I go over there, you can see I've got to go that way. It also shows me on my nav now where I need to go. So we go with that, I'll go back to the equipment. It shows me all of my weapons and everything that I have mounted right now. So right, that is all good. Engines are running. Oh, I just want to turn on the. I don't know if these do more later, or obviously being early access, they might add in more. But right now, all this shows me is the fuel, and then it shows me my radar tracking, basically, if I get missiles fired at me, things like that. What else have we got? Other thing, if I can actually look behind, that is actually, I realised playing last night, that is my minigun. You can see it down there through the window, but that's the ammo for the minigun. We have chairs because I can open these, and you can actually transport troops and things like that, and you have missions for that. Okie doke. Is that everything that you need to see here? Obviously, there's a lot more buttons, some of which we'll touch on later. All of this stuff over here is kind of your flight assist. So you've got auto trim. If you don't know what trim is, don't worry about it. It's just thinking planes. SAS, which is something from Kerbal as far as I'm aware, but I'm guessing that's reaction control of some sort. And then master enabled. Well, I am the master and I am enabled, so that is fine. Reaction control system, that's all just so we can rotate in yaw, particularly when we are in hover mode, which we are right now. Right, so we're not going to take off in hover mode, though. We are going to take off in normal mode. So I'm going to put my flaps down to 1, just give me a little bit of extra lift. Doors are closed. I'm going to turn the brake lock on. You can see it tells me on my HUD. And I'm going to grab onto my throttle. I can actually, if I turn this off, I can hold brake. You can see it coming up in the left-hand corner. Trigger is brake when I'm holding this. But I'm actually going to do, actually we can do it this way. So what I'm going to do, using the touchpad on that big tilty button here, you'll see the top left corner now, I'm now on tilt 0 because I'm going to take off normally. So flaps are down, gears ready, grab onto the stick and let go of the brake, and off we go. So by pulling up base slightly, that gives me my throttle. You can see it in the bottom left-hand corner of my hood, but you can also, oh shit, I always forget I have to go this way. For some reason, I used to park down there, and now I've moved, and I have to turn right to go here. We actually need to go that way, so I kind of be better off taking off that way, but I am very far at this end of the runway, and there's also a mountain at that end of the runway. So I think, just for safety's sake, we are going to take off this other way. Let's just slow us down a bit. We are going a little bit faster, make sure nothing's landing, because if anything does come and land, then I will die. This does have physics and collision, and I have collided several times with planes. Not my fault if the insurers are watching, certainly not my fault. They just fucking flew out into me out of nowhere. Right, we're going to slam our brakes on there. Okay, so to control it, obviously you can see my hand here, but I'm not, I'm just holding the stick. I'm not actually attached to anything. So this is what I said at the beginning about the fact that having a physical joystick would be the only thing I think that could make this game better. And to be honest, what I want to do, and I might try and figure something out, is I want just something that I can put the controller into on like a spring, and then it just acts like a joystick. That would be perfect, because the other thing is, although it's nice having a joystick, I need this to do all the other stuff. So I'd have to basically, you know, put that down there on my lap. You can't see it because my hand's not there. Grab the stick, the actual proper joystick, and then I'd have to pick this back up every time I want to do something, and that'd be a bit weird. So I'd rather have something I can just plonk that into, and then it acts like a joystick. But essentially, you just have to use it like a joystick. You have to hold it still, rotate, move it left and right. Sorry, move it forward and backward, left and right, and then you can actually rotate for your rudder pedals. You can see at the bottom. Yeah, I think that's about it. Right. So without further ado, we are flaps on, gear down, and let's go. Full power. And release the brake, and off we go. Ooh, and it's rotating off all the time. So it is kind of, you're going to have to hold your hand a bit still, which can kind of get a bit awkward. Coming up to 200, and about 240 I think I'll get to, and then we're going to rotate. Just slightly, a bit more than that maybe, to get off the runway before we run out. And, oh, we didn't even bounce that time. There we go. Right, we are in the air, so we're going to...
Landing gear.
Yeah, I know, master caution, thank you. We're going to get rid of the flaps, so we're going to get rid of the landing gear. And then we're going to have to just turn and rotate. Now, obviously, as with anything in VR that involves movement, motion sickness is a potential. If you are someone who suffers from motion sickness, this is going to give it you. I'm stalling again. Yeah, I know. I'm not stalling. I'm doing 320 mile an hour. Granted, probably not in the right direction, but I am doing that speed. Right, there we are. We just rotate, get me online. 40 kilometers. We've got a long old flight over there, so what I'm going to just do is I'm going to switch on the heading, I'm going to switch on the altitude. See, just looking, you know, let's just turn off the altitude and get us a little bit high, because if you look at that little center crosshairy thing, the circle with the 3 lines coming out of it, it's that's kind of my actual direction of travel, and if that is pointing at a mountain, the likelihood is I'm going to hit that mountain. So there we go. I'll come back to that in a second. Let me just take it. What else we need to say? We got plenty of fuel, although 40 kilometers is quite a long way, so we're not going to run out. Yeah, if you didn't get it, the mission for this one is that there is a pilot out here somewhere. I'm guessing 30 kilometers-ish in this direction. How high are we at? Ooh, we're at 300 meter radar height. Ooh, that was pretty close below us, actually. Yeah, we got to go and find him. I guess his radars or nav has fallen apart. What's this down here? Oh yeah, that was one of the earlier missions. I had to land down there. You know, we need to just pull up slightly. Turn off altitude. There we go. Just get us up over that. Yeah, so we've got to go find him and then apparently lead him to a refueling aircraft. There is in-air refueling in this. I'm yet to do it. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do it in this mission, so we'll see how that goes. And also, yeah, I said before, I'm not great at this game. I'm not terrible. I've kind of figured out the basics. Ooh, don't touch that handle. But Yeah, I'm not Maverick. Think old man sat on his kitchen chair playing this rather than Maverick from Top Gun. Wait, why was autopilot off? Is that just gonna be leveled? Why did you level me out, you freaking idiot? You know, actually, let's just switch over to nav. Nav will take me to my waypoint. So basically, guess might as well talk about this now. This is mainly my autopilot, as you see, big autopilot. Nav basically will take me to my objective. I'm climbing pretty steeply right now because although I was going in the right direction, my objective clearly was a lot higher than me. HDG is heading hold, so basically that will just keep me flying in a straight line, which is quite useful. Altitude keeps me flying at the same height. Okay, this autopilot is really struggling. What are we at? 2,300 meters. Hover mode is for when we are hovering. It helps to control that, and I'll talk about that because I'm guessing at some point in this mission. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll probably figure that out, and I'll show you how that works. Yeah, I know. Stall. We'll get rid of that. Top telling me off. Master caution. There he is to my left. He should be coming out on. There he is. He'll be coming in on my nav. Hopefully he's not going to crash into me. They do say have a habit of doing that. Yeah. So that's kind of your autopilot. This is we're not going to talk about because it's complicated. Fly to the tanker. Give me the waypoint. There we go. We are on the right waypoint. That's good. Okay. So I think did I finish talking about motion sickness? I can't remember if I did. But if I didn't, then this is going to give you motion sickness if you suffer from it. That being said, as it said in the first menu, you will get better with it. Motion sickness is something that you can kind of overcome or get used to. I always say, like, if you went and lived on a boat, if you're someone who gets really badly motion sickness, and you went and lived on a boat for 6 months and never touched land again in that time, hey dude, then you would not be still like seasick at the end. You'd be massively land sick when you got back on land, but you do get used to it. And it's the same with VR. I think at one point this probably would have made me feel a bit queasy, particularly when you sort of do hard banks back and look back like this. That's killer for fucking motion sickness. But actually this game is very smooth. You feel very connected to the controls, so it actually, although it should really make you feel sick, personally it doesn't make me feel particularly sick. But then again, like I say, I am a little bit more hardy to VR motion sickness. Okay, here comes the tanker. We're not even in autopilot. I'm just that good a pilot. I can just let go of the controls. We are going to just slow it down, turn off the afterburner, because we've been burning that ever since takeoff. Hey dude, how much fuel have we got? Am I? Hang on a minute. Can I? Where's comms? Rearm refuel. I think that's basically for back at base. I think I have to land because every time I've done that before, it tells me to turn the engines off. Please turn off your engines. No, I'm really not going to turn off my engines right now. I'm sorry. I feel like that's not a good idea. We're going to power up the TGP. This is our targeting system. We'll have a play around with that a bit. I've not really figured that out fully. I think it's more for sort of guided missiles and things like that, which I haven't really used. But what we can do is if we put it on the waypoint, it will help us. Hey! Can I track this? Hang on. Make it a screen of interest so that I can now control it with my left trackpad. Can you lock onto that? There we go. IFF friend. Zoom. Woohoo! It is a tanker. Right, which of us needs fuel more? I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't really need much. Do you need a lot? God, no wonder you fucking got lost if you don't talk to anyone. Right, so we are heading towards 5.3 kilometers out. Let us zoom out. Nope. That one? Okay. It's very too bright for me to see the controls. Don't you dare come up through my belly. Oh, yeah. We're gaining some altitude, apparently. What are we even doing here? Allow the pilot to refuel. You may fuel. Oh, should we try and refuel? How do I refuel? Can I comms it now? Nope. See, I don't feel like I should turn my engines off when doing this. I feel like that would make it harder for me to connect up to this thing. Should we have a go at this? I've never done this, and I don't even know how to. I haven't done the tutorial, but I have seen there's a fuel port open. That hook and launch bar, that's something else. Is there something where's my target information? I feel like there should be target information. Yeah, some way to kind of say, yes, I want fuel. But let's just go in behind him and see. Hopefully they won't, I'll get there before he fuels himself up. Turn. The rudder's a bit weird in this game. I don't know if it's just my lack of understanding of it, but I can kind of turn the nose with the rudder by twisting left and right like that, but then it's like it doesn't really follow, and as soon as I get rid of the rudder, it then just returns back to where it was. Or I have to be really hard on the rudder in order to make any permanent turn. It's very weird. We're still really 4 kilometers. Fuck it, let's kick in the afterburner a little bit. Like I say, I kind of feel like there should be something that tells me their speed. No, I want to refuel. Not all about you. Don't be so selfish. That does not look 4 kilometers away. Maybe it is. Okay, right. 3 kilometers. We are still gaining well. Right, let go of that, and let's open this and see if that does anything. Nope. Switch on the external cameras. Is that the port? Did I just open that? I would expect to see like a peg or something. I don't know where that is. Alright, let's see if I can get this lined up. Okay, right, I've was in a little bit closer. Is he trying to get away from me or what? What? I'm still doing this. Oh, there's a fleet down there, okay. Oh, that's good, okay. You see the battleship down there, aircraft carrier. I'm assuming if I get close enough to this thing, it's going to sort of just adjust. Can you fly straight and level? What are you doing? Seriously? Like, I know I don't know the buttons or how to tell you that I want to do this, but you should have kind of figured it out by the fact that I'm flying up behind you. I mean, what else would I be doing? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. What do I do with that? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is close. This is really close. Hang on. Whoa, it's getting away. Go, come back, come back, come back. I'm guessing it's... Oh, shit! Okay, 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 okay. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, you let go. Come back. Okay, alright, so it's going to automatically do it. Okay, we fell a long way away then. Sorry. Okay, now I'm overtaking it. Oh shit, okay, I'm sorry, Air Force. Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, okay, we're really not paying much attention. This is kind of awkward. Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, oh, what the hell are you doing over there? Yeah, see, this is when it starts to get a bit... if you're gonna get sick, this is when it happens. When you're trying to look up like this and fly in loads of different directions, your brain just goes, excuse me, this is not what I was designed for. Okay, I can't tell, is it flying like a crazy person or am I flying like a crazy person? I think we all know the answer to that, but here we go. Okay. We got ourselves back in position here, so... This would be a lot easier if you would just fly straight and level. I'm just saying. Like, every time I've seen them do this in a film, they're always flying straight and level. It's like the first, they say, fly straight and level. Why are you banking constantly? Are you just trying to make this more difficult? Do you know it's my first time? Do you know I didn't do the training? Like, well, fuck you. If you're not going to get the proper training, we're going to make it difficult for you. Okay. So I think I just need to get reasonably close. I don't have to, like, get to a particular position. Okay, now I'm starting to So I'm getting a bit wayward here, but like I say, it's so difficult to do this while it's banking. Like, look at my hood, look at the angle I am on, even though I can't take my eyes off it right now and look down to see, so you can see my angle, but you can figure out from the horizon, surely. Because all I'm looking at is that kind of shiny lipstick penis coming towards me. Come on, come on, come on, please, please. No, no, no. Okay. Okay. Ah! Oh no, don't hit it! Don't hit it! Okay. Okay, you know what? Fuck you, I've got enough fuel. We got it in there. Yeah, you know what? Get a better fucking pilot. Right, where are we going? We're gonna go to this now. Are we gonna have to land or... So I don't know why we're bothering doing that when, if we have to land right now, then we can get refueled and we land. Okay, so now the big question is, are we gonna go for a straight landing or a hover landing? I think we'll try a straight landing. Can you just go forward again and come out a little bit? Yeah, I know there's no lock. Where is the carrier? So right, it's over there. So we're gonna just go out this way, do a 180. I'll get myself lined up, and then we'll go for landing. I am almost certainly not gonna land, but if I can not die, I'll be happy with that. Just check. Let me just check something. Is that actually my objective? Okay, land on the carrier. Yeah. Seems like, you know, given that my airport is like just there, it seems like I don't really need to land on this carrier. Not really sure what I'm gaining from landing on this carrier. Let's just drop off afterburner. Where are you? There it is. We're not stalling. Stop lying. Stop lying. Which one is the aircraft carrier? Middle one, I'm assuming. I hope so. If we land on the deck of a destroyer, we're not going to be very popular. Right, okay, let's figure this out. So we're going to need landing gear. We're going to probably need flaps to 2 because we have to go really freaking slowly for this.
Landing gear.
Yeah, what do you mean landing gear? I'll just put it down. We are going to need the hook for...
Landing gear.
Yeah, I know. You're just telling me I've got the landing gear up when I don't need it up, but I do need it up because the last thing I need to be doing right now is worrying about putting down landing gears and stuff like that as I come in. Am I? I am not fully, but if you can tell by my direction, I'm actually going to land in the water right now. I need to get that a little bit closer to the aircraft carrier if I can. Here we go. Ah, man, I can't really tell. Am I? Hang on. Okay, it's slightly off to an angle, so we need to come off this way. It's actually really helpful having that. It's not really what it's for, but it's quite helpful. 200. We get too much low to 215. We get too much below 200. We are probably going to struggle to stay in the air. Although both flaps, God, I am so low to the water right now. How high am I? 18 meters. Nice. How high is the deck of the aircraft carrier? That would probably be useful to know, wouldn't it? 180. We are going to be on the ground in 5 seconds, so we should just hitch up slightly, get us up above the deck. I need to turn because I'm coming in on a weird angle. I didn't line up very well for this. Oh yeah, this is a great time to make the final adjustments, Tim. Like 2 feet from the fucking deck. It's fine, it's fine. I can't, my eyes don't work well enough to be able to tell which angle this is on, other than not the angle I'm on. Okay, yeah, this is how you land on an aircraft carrier. Okay, let's abort. Bring up the, okay, that was a practice. That was a practice. I'll circle around and we will have one more go at that because I feel like I could potentially do that, but we need to do better than that. And I assume I need to land from that side. I can't land on this side because my recollection of the aircraft carrier, the landing runway is on the back and the takeoff is on the front. I hope... Is that the guy I just rescued on the deck? Because if it is, he better not be on the fucking runway still. I did a mission last night, which one I failed a few times just by being a dick, and I finally did it, and then I followed these fighters back to the airport, and they would not get off the fucking runway, and they ended up having to land, with a plane parked in the middle of the runway, and I kind of had to like swerve round it as I landed, which again is not generally technically how it works when you're flying a plane, I don't think. No, not objective. I want the cameras. Wait, did we? Oh, we did close fuel port. I don't remember doing that. Let's see. Ah, there's hook. Okay, right. We're gonna give ourselves a bit better runway, run up, whatever, and then hopefully having the camera means I can line myself up a bit better this time. Where is it coming around? There we go. Let's just go a little bit slower. We just need to come over from the right a little bit because apparently they can't get themselves straight between three ships. Okay, gimbal is going to lock onto it any second once I get round enough that the camera can find it. And there we go. Right, okay. So they turned. Were they trying to turn to make it easier for me? Because now it looks like I need to be more over this side of it. Just keep heading this way until let's just drop down, put these down, let's get ourselves ready. Okay.
Landing gear.
Yeah, I know my landing gear is down. That's because I just pulled the lever, the big giant lever to put the landing gear down. Oh, okay, we've gone too far again. Right, let's straighten ourselves up, try and bring ourselves down because we're a little bit high, but I think I need to be a little bit higher than I was on the last one. The rate I was going on the last one, I was going to end up freaking ripping my undercarriage off when I hit the deck. Okay, I'm not really sure where the where the ropes are. I'm guessing it's that white line across the landing thing I can see. So I gotta get this pretty close, otherwise oop, a little bit more power than that apparently. Okay, we are still falling out of the sky. There we go. Okay guys, here we go. Let's give this another go. I feel like a little bit better lined up, but not perfectly. At least I'm not feeling like I'm gonna crash into the tower this time. Ooh, I am gonna crash into the back of the deck. Quick, open up a rear hangar. I'll just land straight into the hangar. Okay. Put it down. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, it caught me! Oh, no. Oh, whoa, hang on. Let me just put the brake on. Is that it? That was it. I thought we were gonna have to. I guess the next mission will take us on to something else, but I thought we were meant to do something, but I guess we were just there to rescue that plane, apparently. But there you go, guys. That is the end of the mission. So, without further ado, actually, you know what? Well, let's do this properly. Because we can't just wait here. Am I still hooked on? I am. Let's retract the hook. Hopefully, this isn't going to ping us off the front of the thing. There we are. Right. Grab that. Quick turn before we go off the end. Grab this. I'm assuming this won't take us down to the hangar, but we can go and land on it anyway. Just to be cool. I think what we'll probably do, I assume there is another mission after this where we probably start on this aircraft carrier and go from here. So what I'll do, if people are interested, is I will probably do another video on this, or I may do it anyway, because let's face it, no one's ever interested in my channel. That's slightly ominous, but just about there. Okay, but yeah, we'll leave this one there. Put that on. Right, so I don't fucking accidentally go off. Yeah, we will leave this one there, but before we can go any further, obviously we have to shut the plane down because we don't want to waste all the fuel. So the way we do that is we're gonna switch off the engine. We can switch off our displays, like so. Turn off the hood. Turn off that. And then turn off the batteries. And that is the plane fully shut down, and now it's the air crew's fault or problem to deal with. But anyway, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Say I may come back and do the next mission on this game because I'm quite enjoying and quite liking it, and I think it's quite an interesting concept, which I don't think many of you may have seen. So, but if you are interested in seeing more, then leave a like, leave a comment. If you've got any suggestions, there are you can make user-made missions in this. In theory, I could download other people's missions and play them. So if anyone else played this and played any fun mission, then please let me know. But for now, guys, I think that is going to about do it. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This has been a Vtol VR for the HTC Vive, and I've been Timmy. And I want to thank you very much for stopping by for the video, and I hope very much you're going to check back for the next one.